What's up, guys? I was having a discussion with my friend just last night, and we were talking about how cool it would be to have a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat game to come out. If you didn't know, Street Fighter often crosses over with many series, such as Tekken, CVS, etc., etc. And me and my friend were just talking about how cool it would be for Scorpion Spear to come out and Ryu throwing a Hadouken at the same time. And just as the spear catches Ryu, the Hadouken just smacks Scorpion in the face. And Liu Kang versus Ken, a bunch of cool stuff like that. You have Zangief and Goro. It'd be pretty cool, and just like thinking about the Street Fighter 4 mechanics and the Mortal Kombat mechanics can like just come together in one game. You have the focus attack with the X-ray attacks. You have freaking the breakers, that's just like a staple for Mortal Kombat, with the the freaking super meter from the Street Fighter series. I don't know, but it'll be really cool. But even though this idea, it sounds amazing, it sounds like it should happen, I don't think this game will ever freaking happen, and here's why. Ed Boon, pretty much, is the producer of the Mortal Kombat games. He's made an attempt to reach out to Capcom and reach out to Street Fighter and Ono, but this will never happen. Ono said it himself, that I'm reading his quote, and I quote, "I actually get a lot of requests for Street Fighter vs Mortal Kombat on my Twitter feed and elsewhere. I understand why people want it, but it's easier said than done. Having Chun-Li getting her spine ripped out or Ryu's head bouncing on the ground, it doesn't necessarily match," end quote. Even though Ed Boon actually tried to have a hashtag trend saying "Hello Capcom" just so he can get the attention to make this game possible, I don't think this game will ever be possible. And Mortal Kombat vs DC is the prime example why Mortal Kombat can't cross over with anything. Mortal Kombat it can't cross over with anything, just because the violence level in Mortal Kombat games is through the roof. You have blood on the ceilings, blood on the floor, blood on the walls. You're spineless, you're brainless. Mortal Kombat games are notorious for taking off your arms and beating you to death with them. You don't have that in Street Fighter games. They don't match. No game will ever match a Mortal Kombat game. Did you know, his little fun fact, that Mortal Kombat is actually the reason we have the ESRB rating today? When you were 16 and younger, you always wanted to buy that game, but GameStop would not sell it to you unless you had a parent. Mortal Kombat is the reason why. The game was so violent that it actually created an ESRB rating. That's a fun fact for those of you who don't know. But yeah, Ed Boon, he really wants this. He says this himself in a tweet. I quote, "Mortal Kombat vs Street Fighter has to happen someday. It's inevitable. You can quote me on that." It's crazy how much people want this game, how bad I want this game to be a thing, but honestly, Mortal Kombat cannot. It cannot cross over with anything. Like anything. Unless the game is as violent. No game is as violent. What am I saying? Even Uncharted games where you walk around killing trillions of people just to beat the game, Mortal Kombat is still more violent than that. No game will be more violent. What game do you know that will rip off your leg, rip off your arms, freeze your body, and just punch it out? No game will do that. And the Mortal Kombat vs Street Fighter, I want it to happen, but it will never happen. I'm sorry, it never will. But yeah, if I get proven wrong, I'll admit it. But I don't think this will ever happen, just because Mortal Kombat and no other fighting game mix. And when they tried with Mortal Kombat versus DC, sorry, it was one of the worst games, worst fighting based games ever. Even though it sold it sold a lot. It sold a lot just because, it had DC characters in it and Street Fighter characters, but the game was bad. It was bad. But what do you think? Do you want this to happen as badly as I do? Do you disagree with anything I said? Leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Deuces.